We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, going to the air with Love. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Love now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Bass. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Second and 10. The gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On third down, Bass. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 1st and 10, Bass finds his tight end Ingram. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on first down, Bass. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Bass. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal from the 3. Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one was tied in out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Love now to pass on first down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Bass. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him. And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address? And those are so many drills focus on that. All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. And they'll get him down up past the 15. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Love from the gun. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown. And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
59, Mark. Check, 59. Hey, watch his slant.
To throw now. Here's Love. Steps away to his left. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Check, 59. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Again, it's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Hey, Mike's 15. Here we go, D, get off the field. Watch the play. Mike 15. Record.
2nd down and goal. Love. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, Why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. That's complete, Okuebunam. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Love. Forced out to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. The 30. The 20.
Do what we do.
They will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bass. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
And the Giants first down.
Go check. Wall, street. Tight dog. Hey, check that, street.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Giants 42, Washington 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and he
can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Love going deep for Diggs. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 4th down, Love going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Looking to throw. Bass. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Love. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 31, check 31. 22 meter. Blue strike. Like 15.
Off the play fake, Love. Rolling to his right. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Bass. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This one across the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And now here's a carry heading left. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Bass flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Will get that complete to Albert O. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Oh, some strong running. And all the way down to the 35. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Love looking to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Going deep for Diggs. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington able to get a score back. Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Let's go, D. Squeeze, double. 29 is the back and 60. Come to my work. We won't.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bass. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On fourth down, Bass. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And
if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bass. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's going to be a lower back. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, D. Big series right here. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Check 15. Kill. Check that. Street.
Operating from the gun. Bass. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Harris is in. Touchdown, Washington. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the
blitz coming, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Back to throw. Bass. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Bass. He's going to take another shot here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync. And, yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Love. Throw left side. Going to be taken in by Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Love to pass. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Love. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.